Good day, people of YouTube. What's going on? The name is AK, owner of eXtremeAzure Productions, and before I even begin this video, I'd just like to say I'm so sorry for my huge delay since my last gaming-related upload. It has been like months. Wow. I'm just gonna be straight up. The reason why is because this channel is only here for a hobby. Right, I started this channel years ago, and I had a channel before this where I would do video game discussions like this. You know, this has just really been a hobby. I don't make any sort of profit from this or anything. All of my profit is being done through my network, Enthusiast Gaming. I write for enthusiast.gg, as well as our other sister sites, Nintendo, PlayStation, Xbox Enthusiast, and PC Enthusiast. So I've been focusing on doing work for those websites. I've been doing it for years now, a couple of years now, and this year I've just really been taking it way more seriously. I've been doing a ton of videos for my network, and we have different channels that cater to the different sides. We have a Nintendo Enthusiast channel, a PlayStation Enthusiast channel, an Xbox and PC Enthusiast channel. So I've just been focusing on my video work has been going to those channels, and my writing has been going to the website. So I really just haven't had a need to really make a YouTube video. So I just do this as a hobby. But I decided to do this one because I just wanted to voice my opinion without having to be like super careful about what I say, because when I'm writing for the site, it kind of reflects on the whole reputation of the network. But here, this is my own space, so I can say whatever I want, regardless of how controversial it is, and it's not going to affect the reputation of the network. So that is the purpose of me making this video tonight. Now, I've actually written an article about what I'm going to talk about already, about how I don't like the designs of the PS4 Slim and the PS4 Pro, but that isn't exactly what I'm going to be discussing fully. What I really want to discuss is the specifications, and I think I'm probably going to do a more in-depth article about this as well, but I just wanted to put my thoughts out there first. So, let's go. So, I really don't understand what Sony is doing right now. I really don't understand it. For number one, I think the PS4 Slim is as unnecessary as it could be, alright? Not only is the design ugly, just having it just doesn't make sense, okay? It really does not make sense. The original PS4 could have continued just fine, but Sony isn't even adding to the original PS4. It's actually omitting the original PS4. They have stopped production of that original model. The new PS4 Slim isn't officially even referred to as being the Slim. It is just referred to as being the PS4. So this is going to be replacing the original model that came out back in 2013. I think it's a terrible idea because, once again, I hate the design. Like, it just looks so ugly. It's a huge step down. But it's just unnecessary. You know, it's unnecessary because the PS4 Pro will be coming out in November for $100 more than the original PS4. Now, $100 can make or break a purchase for someone. You know, some people are very budget conscious, so that $100 in savings could mean a lot, especially if they, well, naturally, of course, they would intend to buy a game to go along with their console. Buying the console plus a game would equal $360. Whereas buying the PS4 Pro and a game would equal $460. Of course, this is not including tax. And then you also have to take into account other fees like PlayStation Plus. So yeah, gaming is expensive, okay? I think we all know that by now. Even console gaming is still pretty expensive. It's an investment. And for some people, they can only invest so much in it. So the price difference is nice, but still, the original PS4 could have fulfilled this role quite fine. I really think that the only reason why they have the PS4 Slim is because they're trying to make it uniform with the PS4 Pro, because the PS4 original looks very different from the PS4 Slim and PS4 Pro, whereas the Slim looks like a cut down version of the Pro. And it actually is. It physically and technically is that. It's a cut down version of the Pro, so it looks like what it is. So uniform. Yeah, it's pretty uniform. If you want a decent PlayStation experience, you can go with the Slim. If you want the super PlayStation experience, you can go with the PS4 Pro. That's why we added that third extra layer to really show that it's more power, you know, premium experience and everything. Yeah, I hate this design even more because the PS4 Slim is ugly within itself. The PS4 Pro is even uglier because it's basically a PS4 Slim with an extra layer. Like, many people are referring to this as being like the PS4 burger because it looks like a triple stacked burger. Like what? Like, how could you have go from having the best design of the generation, because the original PS4 looks better than the original Xbox One and looks better than the Wii U. So how could you go from having the best console design of the generation to this? It's I don't know what it is. Anyway, putting that aside, forgetting how it looks, even the PS4 Slim doesn't really impress me. Now, I am actually very, very surprised at the price. $399, very, very good. But for what is being offered, it just seems like, it's like, it's not a super massive improvement, okay? I know there's an improvement, and they did show that games are going to have, you know, higher quality textures. So they're going to benefit from HDR, although this feature is also going to be added to the PS4 Slim and the original PS4 via a firmware update. So all the PS4s are going to have HDR anyway. But anyway, the Pro is going to benefit from being able to display higher quality textures. You know, it has more power, so it can have other improvements like better draw distances, you know, better lighting systems, particle effects, so forth and so on. So improvements can be made to the game, and that's great. That's great. But the original PS4 can produce some very good-looking games, as we have seen through the years. You know, we have Horizon Zero Dawn, Drive Club, Uncharted 4, just to name a few. All of these games look beautiful on the original PS4. So the Slim just seems like, it's like, what are you really getting? And they kept throwing around 4K. There've already been a lot of videos and articles about this, but the PS4 Pro does not do real 4K. It's doing very fancy upscaled 4K. So the base resolution is technically higher than 1080p, but it's not full 4K. It's simulating 4K. Like I said, a lot of videos have already gone in depth with this, so you probably watched some of them, so I'm not going to really get into it. But basically, the PS4 Pro cannot do actual 4K. And with that said, if you are one of the few people that have a 4K TV, you are really going to get the full experience. But if you do not have a 4K TV, then you're only going to be getting half the experience. You can still see the improvements, like I said, better textures and whatnot, but of course the real experience is going to only be accessible by means of having a 4K monitor or TV, which the majority of people don't. The industry standard is still 1080p, and considering the fact that neither the Xbox One or the original PS4 can do full 1080p at 60 frames in the majority of their games, yeah, so it's it's pretty interesting that we've gone from kind of getting 1080p to now pushing past that, but still not up to 4K. So really, and I've said this before because this isn't the first time I've talked about these upgraded systems, but the whole reason why I think that we even have the PS4 Pro and by extension the Xbox Scorpio next year is really for virtual reality. They keep trying to throw around 4K, but I really think the primary reason is virtual reality, because 4K is a very hard thing to obtain with games. I mean, it's already hard enough to get full 1080p, as we have seen, but it's very hard to get native 4K. And I think that is why we have these systems, not to chase after 4K. They can do simulated 4K, but not full 4K. You know, it's still not the industry standard, but really it's for virtual reality. So many technology companies are banking on this thing right now. VR is trying to become the next big thing for gaming, and it sort of kind of makes sense because you can only make graphics so pretty. We've pretty much come to the level of photorealism at this point, so graphics can only get marginally better as time goes on. Now, really the only thing they can improve is resolution. But virtual reality is truly the next, or should I say, it is. It's candidate for being the next big thing for gaming. And I think that's what Sony and Microsoft is really chasing after. Because virtual reality, you need a powerful PC to run virtual reality, so naturally going to need a pretty powerful console to do it properly as well. And although the original PS4 can do virtual reality, even Sony has admitted that the PlayStation 4 Pro is going to, surprisingly, do it a lot better. So if you want, like I said, the full experience, the PS4 Pro is the way to go. Not necessarily for 4K, but really for virtual reality. That's why they're bringing it out now. They're trying to get it out as close to PSVR as possible. Alright, although the original PS4 can do it as well, they're really trying to get it out for PSVR. Even though they haven't come out and said that, I really think that is the whole purpose for it. But yeah, I'm still not too sold on it. I mean, only being $100 more than the original PS4, I may be tempted to get one. Maybe. I just bought a gaming laptop, Lenovo Y700, so I'm not saying that I'm joining the PC Master Race. I actually started out on PCs, but I'm not saying I'm trying to become part of the PC Master Race. I love gaming as a whole. Alright, I don't care for the whole competition thing. Really, I don't. I respect all platforms. I'm a gamer. I'm not a fanboy. But yeah, I may pick it up. It depends on how many games I'm really interested in getting that I can't get on my gaming PC. But really, it doesn't appeal to me fully. Like, I understand why they're doing it, even though they're trying to avoid it. They really just want to have a powerful machine for VR. But yeah, it really just seems almost unnecessary to me. Like, this whole mid-generation upgrade thing, it's new. It's never been done before. We can only wait and see how it's really going to turn out. The closest thing we have to this is with the 3DS and the new 3DS. And that's what I'm interested to see, because for the most part, 3DS and new 3DS complement each other. You can play almost every game across both systems, but there are a few exceptions to that rule. There are games that are only on new 3DS that aren't on the original 3DS. And although Sony and Microsoft have said time and again how these upgraded systems are going to be fully compatible with everything from the past systems, and everything that the past systems can play, these new systems will play, and vice versa, I really think we're going to get to a point where you have games that are only coming out on PS4 Pro and Xbox Scorpio. It's not going to be within the first year. I think it's really going to be like, look around like the last half of the second year and the beginning of the third year is when we're really going to start seeing that. But even though they said that it's never going to happen, I'm pretty sure it's going to happen, because these new systems are more capable. So when that extra processing power comes into play, it's going to be a matter of, can we do it on these older systems? And if developers can't, then they're probably going to beg and cry to release their games only on the upgraded PS4 Pro and Xbox Scorpio. So we're just going to have to wait and see how this thing turns out. Again, it's never really happened before, not in the home console space. It's worked out for Nintendo and the 3DS because it's a handheld, so it kind of gets a free pass there, you know. It's a handheld. But these are home consoles. These are meant to stay the same for years. Now we're getting a new system, so it makes me wonder how long is it going to be before we get our next set of new systems, because it's only been 3 years since the PS4 and the Xbox One came out. This is only the third year. By the time Scorpio comes out, it's going to be 4 for the Xbox One, but you get it. It's still very short. But we're just going to have to wait and see. Alright, so this video is running kind of long, almost 15 minutes. Wow. Sorry. Sorry, but yeah, I just really wanted to throw my thoughts out there, like, 'cause I'm probably going to make an article about this for PlayStation Enthusiasts and enthusiast.gg, where I really put this into, I guess, a more professional manner. But I just wanted to throw my thoughts out there, put my 2 cents into the conversation, since everyone and their grandmother is talking about PS4 Pro. So yeah, I think it's okay. You know, they're doing it for VR, even though they keep saying, even though they're trying to avoid saying that they aren't, they're really just doing it for VR. But we're just gonna have to wait and see how everything turns out. Hopefully VR ends up being worth the huge investment that it is for both developers and consumers alike. Just have to wait and see. I keep saying that, but it's what it is. We're just gonna have to wait and see. But thank you guys for watching. If you are a subscriber, thanks so much. And if you are not, you can go ahead and subscribe. I'll try and stay consistent with these videos. Again, this thing is only a hobby. If you really want to stay up to date with all of my content, please watch the Nintendo Enthusiast channel. I upload videos there. You can check out a few right now. The PC Gaming Enthusiast channel, I also upload there regularly as well. And even more regularly than anything, I am always writing on the websites. And all of our websites are now being pooled under a brand new one, enthusiast.gg. So once again, go ahead, check that out. And you can even post yourself. All right, so it's not just the thing for the staff, it's also for the users as well. It's supposed to be a brand new haven for gaming enthusiasts. That's why it's called enthusiast.gg. So yeah. All right, past 16 minutes, and I really should shut up. Until next time, I will catch you later.